Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Matt and I'm back with more Kerbal Space Program Hard Career Mode. In the last episode we sent Valentina to the moon, and as I said I didn't or I wouldn't bring her back this episode, or probably wouldn't bring her back. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I won't bring Valentina back. What I'm going to do instead is rendezvous 2 vessels in orbit of Kerbin. And we will do that by rescuing Janby Kerman from orbit. Now, I have to be honest with you in that I actually already did that. However, when I went to check out the video file, it was gone. And I wondered and wondered why the hell that video file wasn't where it was supposed to be. Turns out I'm not just a mad Matt, I'm also a not so smart one. I had hit the wrong button for recording. Yes, that's exactly what I did. So I'm gonna try this again with a modified Gagarin 2. I'm actually not exactly sure if I'll just remove this thing. Doesn't exactly look nice, I suppose, but oops. But it saves us a bit of mass. Well, 0.84 tons, not exactly anything to sneeze at. And then maybe we'll give this thing another name. No, can't come up with a good one now, so it just gets called Gagarin 3. Jeb is our pilot. And because we want to go, or because we want to do a rendezvous with another craft, while we don't have an upgraded tracking station, we have to figure out how to get there, or to get to the place the craft is when it is there. I heard a while before that you should, for rendezvous, you should launch when the craft you want to rendezvous with is right above you, but I think I'm not gonna do that. I did that last time and I had to play catch up. So I'm just gonna launch now. Yeah, and I haven't, aside from the failed first attempt, or actually successful first attempt that wasn't recorded, I haven't played the game in 3 weeks. First week was as planned. That was, yeah, work during the week, and then it was the weekend with that birthday I mentioned. I'm going a bit fast. And yeah, that weekend went a bit not exactly as planned. Slowing down a bit much. Yeah, then the next week which was actually last week, I had a bit more work, and I got myself sick, which is why there wasn't a video last weekend. I was too busy coughing and sneezing to feel like playing much or recording much. So that's why there wasn't a video last weekend. But I'm back now. Some might say hooray, others might say oh no. Which is which? You know that better than I do, I suppose. And yeah, I was wondering what I would do in the next couple videos. So this is pretty much it was pretty much a momentary pick when I wanted to do the first recording. Momentary idea. And since it went so well, aside from not being recorded, I might end up doing more of this, or more rescue missions off camera, and that might result in getting what's it called? Getting more funds for upgrades for the space center. So we might even be able to build bigger rockets by the next, or in 3 episodes, something like this. Now I just have to switch off the microphone for a sec. I'm back. I stopped seeing stuff, or stopped seeing what's on the screen. Don't wanna say that I'm seeing things. Some people might say, oh, that explains so much, but nope. I just had the evening sun coming in through my window, and it kept me from seeing the screen, or seeing what's on the screen. So there's that. Yeah, also last episode I mentioned that I might start recording or start doing videos of different games. I haven't picked a game yet for that. It's still an option, but yeah, I'm not yet sure which game. Right then I thought maybe it might be Grand Theft Auto Vice City, which is a bit older, or what was the other one? Postal 2, which also is, and which would probably mean I would have to put a content warning in there, because it's quite violent. The other option that I realized somewhere in the last 2 weeks was I might do a run of Dishonored. Low violence, at least. As low violence as Dishonored can get, with maybe maybe one of the achievement runs. What was it called? Mostly Flesh and Steel. But yeah, I'm considering it. Not yet sure. Okay, I'm gonna do now what I did before. Still think that looks odd. Yeah. Which is go to the space center and to the tracking station. Whoa. Okay. Another switching of the microphone. Because you have probably heard it. I didn't because of the headset, but there was some air movement right here in my flat, which kept distracting me from the game. So yeah, I mean, I usually don't mind, but when I'm recording, that might not be a good idea. Okay, yeah. The reason why I went to the tracking station is that I don't have a what's it called? There's no maximum time warp at certain altitudes, and you can see we are catching up to JNB's capsule. What? Sinatra on escape trajectory? What the? Something's wrong there. It's not exactly calculating correctly, because that's still in orbit, if you ask me, but what do I know? Okay. Oh, we already got a target, which is nice. But what I actually want to do is not go towards the target yet, because we're gonna do this a bit roundabout. It's currently at 85 kilometers. Yep, this way. Because where we are, we want an apoapsis pretty much near the apoapsis of our target. I'm not sure. Okay. Oh well, I'm not sure that's the apoapsis, but it should be at least near the orbit of our target. We can fix that on one of our next orbits. But the other thing is, we want to wait until the capsule is about here, I think, yeah, in this area, because then we can adjust the inclination of the orbit. Because if you look closely on the right or the left, there's actually two lines. The inner one is our orbit and the outer one is the orbit of JNB. The thing is, they are separated horizontally, vertically, I mean. So that means we got an inclination issue, and they should be at the closest, or they should intersect about here. Normally when you got an upgraded tracking station, or at least I think it's when the tracking station is upgraded, then you get information where exactly the the intersection is and how big your difference in inclination is. Ascending node, descending node, stuff like that. No, that doesn't look right. Ah, no, that's wrong. I looked at the wrong node, or I looked at the node and not at the direction of the nav ball. We have to burn towards the south pole, and we are pretty close. 88 kilometers. Okay. Oh well. However, how close are we? 13 kilometers. Oh, that's okay. I can live with that. Yeah, as you can see, we are actually. I think I'll wait till we are at the apoapsis. And then accelerate, bring our periapsis up to, let's say, 84, 85-ish. Might be a bit far, but yeah, as you can see, the two craft are pretty close in map view, pretty much on top of each other. If you zoom out a bit, it looks like they are crashing into each other, but we are actually still 11 kilometers away. And on the nav ball you can see this pink marker with the dot in the middle and the four parts of the circle. That's the direction where our target is. So if I point right that way, we are pointed right at our target. And there's a corresponding marker away from our target. Right now it's, yeah, behind us actually. And if you want to approach something in space, you have to get your movement marker, the yellow one, the direction marker, on top of the pink one, pretty much. If you are so close that you can work with the markers. At 10 kilometers it's still a bit of a hit or miss, but it's a bit of a hint whether you're approaching your target or not. If your prograde vector is closer to the target vector or to the target marker, then you're approaching, mostly. If your retrograde marker is closer, then you're moving away. Right now, we're in the sun. We're at 9 kilometers away from our target, which means we have to get closer. As you can see, I'm not burning right towards my target. Why am I not doing this? Simple. The prograde marker is going to move in the direction I'm pointing while burning. That means it's actually faster, or I actually get it on target quicker if I burn, pretty much overburn, if I get the target marker between my prograde vector and my direction of burn. So right present, without burning toward my target, I'm moving toward my target at about 44 meters per second. That's right on top. If I don't target, I'm still in orbit at 2.3 kilometers per second, but that's a different story. However, at 50 meters per second, the what's it called? The rendezvous is still some time away, because we are at 6 kilometers. 50 meters per second, that means 2 minutes. Actually, nah, just gonna burn. Yeah, 70 meters per second. I'm in a bit of a hurry. I am, however, turning around a bit, and here you can see the pink marker with the dot and the 3 lines. That's the marker away from the target, and I'm trying to keep my retrograde marker right on top of that. And I'm thinking about starting to slow down, because we are still we are only 2 kilometers away, so that's a bit more manageable. When doing a rendezvous in orbit, it's always important to keep in mind, when you're approaching your target at a certain speed, you also have to figure out a way to bleed off that speed before you smash into the target. Although, to be quite honest, smashing into the target is a very hard thing to do. I might manage it if I keep this heading. But yeah. But having to adjust it occasionally means I'm also losing speed relative to the target. Okay, this already counts as... wow, this already counts as what was the distance called? And cutting through cutting velocity. Which is interesting. But yeah, I'm by the way, I keep adjusting my heading. I also keep losing velocity toward the target, which means I'm actually gonna speed up a bit again. A bit, that was a mix of a bit and a little. Yeah, because I actually want to get to Jan B this video. But yeah, I'm actually a bit proud of myself for managing to do this without an upgraded tracking station, and not just doing this but actually managing to do this twice. Okay, 0 meters per second for the time being, and we are at 20 meters. This is Jan B's capsule, and this is where we are. And we are actually still going around the planet at nearly 2.3 kilometers per second. But relative to Janby's capsule, we are pretty much standing still. This is orbital mechanics. This is a rendezvous. And maybe madness, but yeah, one of these things. Okay, time to switch to Janby, because she gets to go EVA. Actually, no, that's her capsule. This, actually, we can help her a bit. And just... hey. She's in the shadow of her own capsule. That's cool. Oh, not finding it again. Okay. I think I played around enough, so it's time to get Janby to the Gagarin 3. Grab on. Board. Now, with everyone back on board, I actually kinda like this view. Capsule, the moon, and the rescue vessel. Yeah, at some point in the future I might send out a recovery vehicle for this capsule and maybe everything else that's still in orbit, because I actually want to yeah, keep the planet clean, so to say. But for this mission, what we're gonna do is have an interesting effect. Burn away from the capsule. Because today, right now, we are going to come back in. Okay, so we got some complete contracts. First off, rendezvous, 2 vessels in orbit. Synchronized free falling isn't nearly as daunting as it sounds. Yeah. Well, it's not exactly dangerous. The biggest problem is getting... oops. Getting there. Getting 2 vessels close enough together. That's the tough part. We got 40,000 funds, 6 science and 11 reputation, which is always great. We saved Janby Kerman, which is even better. 2 reputation and 4,000 funds. And Janby is now part of the space program crew. I'm actually wondering what her job is gonna be. Shows if it's safe to deploy the chute. That's cool. That's new. I think. Minimum pressure 0.04, altitude 1000. Risky. Safe. Okay. So we could actually deploy. Well, maybe 4 parachutes was a bit overkill. But I wanted to be sure after the last attempt had the chutes rip off. So yeah. Oh well. Time for physics warp. What? Okay. Ah! Eh? No, what? Two of the parachutes opened up for... Okay. Now they are all opened. Actually, you know what? Oops. Because nobody wants to see or spend 15 minutes watching the capsules come down on 2 chutes or 4 chutes. Okay, so we are currently at 339,000 funds. $38 science. Ah no, that's what we had plus the 6 from the rendezvous. 3,000 funds and everybody is back, including Janby, who got 2 XP. 190 reputation. Well done! Janby Kerman has been recovered in one piece and is now enjoying a thorough debriefing from the comfort of her quarantine cell. Janby Kerman is now part of your crew roster and may be assigned to future missions. 5 reputation, 33,000 funds. Nope, that was not what I wanted. So I'm wondering... Okay, she's a pilot. Because we don't have a lot of those. Yeah. So we got 3 guys, 2 gals, and both of those gals are pilots. Nice. Okay, what I could do is, for example, click the wrong button. No, what I actually meant. Okay, where price automation. What I actually meant is I could upgrade the tracking station. could. Orbit the moon. There we are. Completion 53,000. Accept. Tracking station. Escape trajectory out of the moon, they say. Oops. Might need this. Situation escaping the... Okay. Really was a moon escape? Crap. I didn't pay attention to this. Nuts. Nuts and crackers. Okay. So... yeah. The bonus in this episode, we are losing Valentina. Yeah. How much fuel do we have left? Okay, that's actually plenty. We are currently at 4 point something. 2, 1. Okay. That would be close enough for a... yeah, that could be close enough for capture actually. Okay. Oh no. So yeah, we ended up almost hitting the moon, or maybe even hitting it, and getting on a Kerbin escape trajectory. Okay, this still counts as an orbit. That's good. What in the world? Okay, I just pretty much wasted 11 days to get well onto this trajectory. But that means I'm just gonna waste even more time. I mean, she's been on that mission for how long? 17 days so far. Okay, currently she's at 62 meters per second. Wow. Okay, so let's... nuts. She's out of electric charge. Okay. Okay. And I'm pretty sure she's not gonna hit Minmus. But the moon is a whole different matter. No, I think she's safe on that count as well. At least in this orbit. Which is pretty much the problem, isn't it? Because I don't think I'll be able to get her slowed down enough to get back on this orbit or the next 10, 20, 50. Wondering, this counts as suborbital already, which is nice. Okay. Good news. Val isn't going to hit the moon anymore. Bad news. Val isn't going to get to the moon anymore. Yeah. So I think we got something for the next episode, which is an orbit around the moon. Day 47. Okay, we started this episode at day 10. Hooray. So what I think I'm going to do... Whoa, what? Extraorduna. Oh, that might be because of the... because of the Kerbin escape trajectory. Yeah, however what I'm gonna do is off camera I think I will do that rescue contract. What's this? 2 suborbital flights on Kerbin. I think I'll also do this on off camera. Visual surveys, that's EVA reports and high flights. I don't have a plane to do that. Space around the moon. We can do that in the next episode. Yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen. Off camera I think I'll do the tourist contracts, or the tourist contract, and the rescue. What I will... Wait... How much is the launch of actually the Sinatra? 16,000. I'm going to upgrade the tracking station right away. Because that means I'd be able to do stuff like... No, I won't be able to do stuff like this. I need the mission control update for that as well. Okay. But that means that when I have picked a target, odds are I will see... Yeah. Odds are I will be able, or I will see the ascending nodes, closest approach, stuff like that. Which gives me an idea of when to burn for an adjustment, as in the case with Minmus, or actually Val's flight path is a pretty good example, because it's 22.5 degrees off the path of her target in this case. So I know when to burn and how much to burn, so I don't have to do it by that reckoning anymore. And you can see here there's also descending nodes, or an intersect, which gives us the separation and the time until this node is reached, and also the time until apoapsis and periapsis is reached. And it also gives us apoapsis and periapsis of our target, which is even more information. That's good, because as you saw in this episode, if you don't have that info, you again have to go by dead reckoning, which can be dead off. Mine wasn't, because I knew it was between 84 and 88 from the first video, but I wasn't sure exactly where between, and now I know. And as I said, you also get intersects, closest approach, stuff like that. And if I had a path that went to the moon, then I would also get the expected path after the moon, I think. Or after entering the moon's sphere of influence, which would get rid of the problem I had with Val just now, where I didn't notice that we were on an escape trajectory out of the moon. Oh, where I actually just didn't believe the what's it called? The tracking station and the info dialogue. And apparently that's as far as the tracking station can be upgraded. Which is odd, because right now this looks like there are scaffoldings there. Weird. Yeah, mission control, I would need 150. Flight planning available. That's actually my next target, so I'm hoping that the tourist contract... No, that's just 10k. The rescue is 60... 70k? Yeah, 70k. I was hoping that those contracts might get me to 150k, so I could actually... This is... Wait, 6, 12... Let's say for 12, 13... Yeah, 13, 5, 18,000. Yeah, I was thinking that the contracts might get me to the point where I can upgrade the mission control. I'm not yet sure that that will happen. Well, we'll find out. Apparently the astronaut complex is also fully upgraded. I somehow don't believe that. Nah, it's just... right click is just not reacting. Which means that probably I will have to... Okay, I could upgrade the launch pad, but not the VAB. What? I guess I'll have to upgrade mission control to be able to upgrade other buildings. I just hope I don't have to... Yeah, this is level 2. But it... No, there's something off here. I was just thinking, I hope I don't have to upgrade the launch pad, but I think it's just something bugging out here in this game. I suppose next video I would be able to do the right click on all the buildings again, or at least I hope so. Anyway, that's what's going to happen. Off camera I will do the rescue and the tourist contract, maybe this one as well. Bundled with the rescue. No, I can't bundle it with the rescue because of this active contract. Yeah, and then next video we'll do the orbit contract, and after that we will see where we go. Probably this contract as well, just for giggles. So I might do the upgrade of the mission control before or after, I'm not yet sure. But I think I will do it in the next video, not off camera. So I've been rambling on long enough. I actually planned to stop this video about nearly half an hour ago. But yeah, this is how it goes. The next video is also planned, next missions are planned, and hoping that I don't get sick again or anything, we should be back on the normal schedule again with the videos. So until next time, thank you everybody and good night.